Well, I guess, these aren't the droids we're looking for? Hey guys, DB Right here, and we're back again with another dose of What If Madness. Why not? What If Madness? This time, I am continuing one of my more favourite what ifs that I've begun doing on this channel since reactivating and making YouTube videos again, and this time I am continuing the story that is, what if Chi-Chi let Gohan train? I believe this is part 7. Now, if you have been following the story, and if you haven't, thanks to Goku being a bit more insistent when Gohan was born, he was able to convince Chi-Chi to let Gohan train with Goku, as well as study, giving him a more healthy and balanced lifestyle, and which in turn made Gohan and Goku stronger than they were in the original anime, and Chi-Chi also joined into some of the training. Now, this led to Raditz being defeated relatively easy. In fact, he didn't even have the chance to hold Gohan ransom, nor did the Dragon team have to track Raditz down and then defeat him later. They defeated him right there on the spot on Roshi's Island, and thanks to special permission from King Yama and Kami, Goku was allowed to still go take his journey on Snake Way and receive training from King Kai, learning the Spirit Bomb and Kaioken and getting all that power he does like he does in the original. Meanwhile, Gohan, along with his mother Chi-Chi, all trained with Piccolo together, and they were able to get significantly stronger, and the rest of the Dragon team's training with Mr. Popo pretty much played out exactly the same it does in the anime, with a slight difference. Since no one is using the Dragon Balls, and per your vote, they use the Dragon Balls to unlock their latent potentials, which ultimately increase their survival rate in the battle against Nappa and Vegeta. Piccolo still sacrifices himself to save Gohan, but then the rage boost from Gohan and all the extra power and training he received, he was able to overpower Nappa and defeat him, much to Vegeta's surprise. And Vegeta ended up having to flee once Goku showed up, and Vegeta had to face off not just against Goku, but 5 of the remaining Dragon team. And which led to the adventures on Namek, which pretty much played out as per normal, with the addition of Chi-Chi pretty much playing up right up until the Ginyu Force, and of course then the Battle of Frieza, which biggest difference with the Battle of Frieza is that we had the addition of Chi-Chi and Tien, and Gohan went Super Saiyan when third form Frieza killed Gohan's mother in front of him. Yeah, not exactly the sort of thing you want to do, and thanks to Gohan's Super Saiyan power-up and Vegeta going Grade 8, they were able together to buy enough time for Goku to finish recovering, and he just pretty much finishes off Frieza right then and there, him sensing everything that happened. Of course, sensing the death of his wife, he was already also in his Super Saiyan transformation, and he was able to beat Frieza pretty easily. But rather than go home to Earth, basically Goku ran off in search of King Cold and got rid of him, and the Namekians do get a new planet and a new home, because with remnants of the Frieza Force running around, it's just not safe for the Nameks to stay on their old planet anymore. And now we've had into the android saga, where Goku gets the antidote from Trunks, and the 3 years of training have come and gone, and the androids have just made their appearances up at South City, and the Dragon Team are now looking for them. And that plays out the same with Yamcha finding Android 20 and Android 19 first. And of course, Zoro puts a hole in Yamcha. Sorry, Yamcha. He really has it rough, Yamcha, all the beatings he takes and the near-death experiences. I feel bad for him, really. It comes to a point where what happens to Yamcha isn't funny anymore. Alright, so... And the battle between Super Saiyan Goku and Android 19 basically takes place and plays out per normal, with Goku feeling the fatigue from the heart virus. Because he never showed symptoms, he never bothered to take the medicine. And yes, even with Chi-Chi, even though she was joining in with the training, yes, even she forgot. She got too wrapped up in the training. And things are not looking good for Goku at all, but everyone is just wondering what's with Gohan. Gohan's just sitting there. They know Gohan's a Super Saiyan as well. He could probably power up and rescue his father, but he doesn't. He seems in his own world. What's going on with this kid? No one knows. No one really understands it. Alright, but luckily for Goku, he's rescued when Vegeta, also now a Super Saiyan, comes in and pretty much saves him, just like in the original. And the whole Vegeta vs Android 19 plays out exactly the same. I wonder if these androids actually feel fear. Oh, well, I guess they do. Well, it's off to the scrappy for you. And Vegeta blows up and destroys Android 19, and of course bluffs Android 20 into running away. But before, Vegeta does, of course, take a Sensu Bean, heals himself up. But then, something happens. He goes straight up to Gohan, grabs him up by the little, you know, that thing that's around Gohan's neck in his Piccolo outfit, you know, part of the Namekian fashion, grabs Gohan by that and lifts him up, who's like, "What are you doing, boy? What would have happened to your father if I hadn't shown up right now? You're a Super Saiyan 2, you should have been able to handle that hunk of junk. Pitiful. That Super Saiyan power is wasted on you. You're a disgrace to our race, boy. Shape up, or go home." Now, what's going on here? You may think what Vegeta doing is actually cruel, but he's actually just surprised at Gohan's cowardice. This can't be the same kid who bested Nappa and gave Frieza a run for his money back on Namek. Shape up. And of course Vegeta flies off in pursuit of Android 20. And Gohan is almost in tears, and the truth of the matter is what's actually happening with Gohan is he doesn't trust himself not to lose himself if he uses the Super Saiyan transformation, like he did when he battled Frieza. Gohan let his arrogance get the best of him, and that allowed Frieza time to power up, and he ended up putting his friends in even more danger. And at this point, Gohan's confidence has taken a bit of a blow since that incident. He hasn't used the Super Saiyan transformation since. He just doesn't trust himself with it, that he's not going to get carried away with it again. And Piccolo is beginning to sense that that's what's going on with the kid, but they ultimately decide they have no time for that, and they pursue after Android 20. And that is when, of course, Future Trunks shows up, and he finds the disfigured, destroyed Android 19. This isn't the android from my time. And then he senses all the powers that direction. The fight must be still going on. And he flies off over there to find that they're battling yet another android that he's never seen before. But, I mean, they are two androids that attack South City, so who are these guys? Maybe they just look different. Maybe they just look different because of the time change, but no. As of course, it is then revealed that Android 20 is in fact Dr. Gero, and that he's going to run off back to his lab and release Android 17 and 18. And of course, he shoots down Bulma's little space car, and Future Trunks having to rescue them. And Gohan takes a good look at Future Trunks. Ah, you must be Vegeta and Bulma's kid from the future. Yeah, Daddy kind of told me. Of course, this catches Vegeta by surprise. What? Oh wait, of course, a Super Saiyan from the future. I don't know him because he's my son. And that whole realization plays out, and of course Bulma overhears the whole thing too. But there's no time for that because they need to stop 20 from getting to his lab. But of course that plays out per normal, and he does get to his lab, and Piccolo does tell Gohan that it's best he takes Bulma and Yajirobe back home and meet up with Chi-Chi and Goku, who are back at home because of the heart virus episode attacking Goku. Yeah, I forgot to mention it's Chi-Chi that flies Goku back. So this time we actually got Yamcha in the fray. Yamcha wasn't getting out of this fight this time. It was Chi-Chi that flew her husband back this time, and quite frankly, she can fly faster than Yamcha. So yeah, sorry guys, I forgot to mention that. So, and just like before, Gero does manage to awaken Android 17 and 18, and that whole thing plays out per normal with Android 17 and 18 revolting on Dr. Gero and taking him out. And of course awakening Android 16 and flying off. And despite Trunks' warnings to Vegeta to not underestimate the power of these androids, because after all, these are the same two androids that killed the Dragon Team in his timeline. Huh. I will not run from a fight, boy. Now stay out of my way. He punches Trunks in the gut like he normally does. And 18 and Vegeta end up having their fight, and that plays out as per normal, with the entire Dragon Team ending up unconscious, except for Krillin, who tries to plead with the androids to just, you took out Dr. Gero. You don't have to do this. You don't have to go after Goku. Besides, he's defenseless. You won't be able to challenge him while he's defenseless. But that doesn't matter to him. They're programmed to kill Goku. That's just what they'll do. And of course, Android 18 gives Krillin a little peck on the cheek and flies off, and Krillin becomes infatuated. Oh, I better go heal all the other guys, who of course were laid out by Android 17 for trying to interfere with Vegeta's fight with Android 18. And they're all recovered, and Vegeta flies off feeling that he's been disgraced. Ooh, next time I will send them to the scrappy. And of course, Piccolo flies off all angry, pretending to still be a bad guy. But of course, he's ending up on the lookout with Kami to talk him into fusing into one being, like they used to be. But Kami, of course, is all hesitant about it, because the fact of the matter is, it was actually the Dragon Team that started that fight. And also, Kami is sensing another danger about to rear its, quite frankly, ugly head. But Kami wants to wait and see how this plays out further, whether it's actually necessary for Piccolo and Kami to actually merge. And I think that is where we're going to leave things for now. So do you like this different dynamic I've thrown in the story? Gohan's already a Super Saiyan here, but he's afraid to use the power, because he, for some reason, just doesn't trust himself with it. Do you like that little angle? Do you like the Gohan and not really Gohan, Vegeta more respecting Gohan and trying to actually get him out of this funk? Because that's actually what Vegeta was trying to do when he was talking to Gohan before. He was trying to get him to snap out of it. After all, this is the kid who gave Frieza a run for his money and defeated his partner Nappa. Vegeta knows that Gohan has great potential within him. And Gohan is a potential rival for Vegeta, just like Goku is. Both of them can push Vegeta to new heights, but not if Gohan doesn't believe in himself. So again, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get this discussion going. Alright, this is DB Rice signing off. I'll catch you next time for the next video. Alright, see you next time.